In Season 9, Respawn added Arenas as a permanent mode, and then removed it in Season 16. And then, this season, it's finally back. But is it gonna stay? Because Arenas' return brought some rare things I didn't expect. A lot of you may not be aware, but Arenas did originally release in Season 9 as a permanent mode. It literally said that in the trailer. And to some degree, at release, it was expected that Arenas would receive updates to its maps and also its gameplay as its life went on. But we couldn't have been more wrong. The biggest update we got to Arenas was a season after it released when Respawn added ranked arenas and also a small LTM within Arenas. And then after that, they literally stopped updating Arenas. They never changed it, which naturally led the player count in Arenas to slowly decline. Respawn essentially abandoning Arenas was pretty unexpected, and we didn't really know why, as on the run up to Arenas, they had planned plenty of extra modes for Arenas and also even an Arenas Battle Pass. But clearly, at some point either in development or just after it released, Respawn realised they'll be better off putting their resources for development somewhere else. This essentially left Arenas to rot, as it was the same game mode every single season with no changes. This led people to stop playing Arenas outright and caused a really toxic community within the Arenas game mode, as the people playing it never stopped playing it, and also they found every way possible to cheat within it. Especially within ranked arenas, there were ways where people could cheat and get in lobbies with their friends and boost themselves. It got to a point where it seems like half of the players within arenas ranked were cheating. There were obvious exploits within arenas ranked which were extremely easy to do. Back in the day, I even exposed some people using a glitch called the Bahrain glitch, where people from Europe and Asia would join the Bahrain server because it had a very low player count, meaning if you queued Bahrain in ranked arenas, it would queue up against anybody it could find. This led to consistent Pred teams getting put against bronze teams, and because I exposed people for doing this, they got so mad they did this, which is pretty funny. A few seasons after Arenas had released, it became a mode that nobody wanted to touch. So because of this, Respawn started weighing up potentially removing Arenas, despite it being a permanent mode. As they were deciding to remove it, they weighed up several factors. First of all, they didn't like the fact that they were splitting up the player base between Arenas and Battle Royale, as Arenas players didn't like Battle Royale, and Battle Royale players didn't like Arenas. They also realised that a majority of Apex players just hadn't touched Arenas ranked, and also Arenas started annoying people who didn't even play it because Respawn required you to play Arenas to complete certain challenges. Hell, even Post Malone didn't play Arenas when he live streamed. So it became clear to Respawn that Arenas wasn't worth keeping it in the game, especially because of the cheater epidemic within it. Seriously, Arenas had its own breed of cheaters. We even saw the Wraith Prestige skin in Arenas a while before it came out. How is that even possible? I've never ever seen a hack like that again. So for the Season 16 update, Respawn revealed that they were removing Arenas and replacing it with Mixtape, which was just going to be Team Deathmatch, Control, and also Gun Run in one rotating playlist, which people rejoiced to. But now we've had Mixtape for a longer period than Arenas was even out for, and Arenas has returned in LTM form after 9 seasons, a lot of people are asking, is this going to be a permanent mode? Well, we do have a bit of info to go off to if Arenas is staying permanently. As you may already know, it's kind of confirmed that Arenas is going to be semi-permanent, as it's going to be active for the whole of Season 25, with it getting turned into a 1v1 mode in the second half of the season. But past Season 25 into Season 26 and 27, we don't know if Arenas is going to stay, or if it's even going to return after it goes away. And honestly, I'm not sure if Respawn know themselves either. We do have a bit of evidence that Respawn might be planning to bring Arenas back in the future, either permanently or again as a limited time mode, as they created Arena win badges for all of the legends that hadn't received them because they were released after Season 16. So Conduit's now got one, Alta's now got one, Sparrow's now got one, and also all of the arena trackers are tracking kills and wins again, which is absolutely huge. So to me, this shows Respawn care, and they probably do have intentions to bring Arenas back even more after Season 25. But will it come back permanently? Well, when asked this exact question, the person running the Apex Twitter account said it's coming back as an LTM for now. So they kind of leave it open to come back as a permanent mode. Honestly, I don't think it's going to come back as a permanent mode for a few seasons, but Respawn might have intentions to turn it into a permanent mode further into the future. And I think if it came as a permanent mode, it wouldn't just be arenas, but it would be arenas mixtape. Essentially, a playlist full of loads of separate arena modes. For example, this season alone, we already have 3 confirmed variants of arenas: 1v1 arenas, arenas classic, and also modern arenas. So what's to stop Respawn making EPG extreme arenas, or third person arenas, or maybe 2v2 arenas, or maybe even 4v4 arenas or 5v5 arenas, as these were originally planned to release before being scrapped, or some other spin-off, and then put them all into a playlist, and then just have arenas mixtape. Or maybe they could just add all of the arenas mode to the mixtape playlist anyway. Also, a lot of people have asked, what about ranked arenas? Could Respawn bring back ranked arenas? And I think they actually could, even if they don't bring back arenas as a permanent mode. As this season, Respawn have introduced something called ranked ladders, which is essentially a ranked spin-off that happens every weekend, where 100 people are put into a leaderboard, where the top players in this leaderboard earn ranked rewards, and to up your score and progress up the leaderboard, you have to earn RP. So I think it would be possible for Respawn to make ranked weekends for arenas and not fully dedicate themselves into giving it a ranked mode, although maybe they would be hesitant about adding ranked arenas due to the initial failure of it. Although right now, we don't really know. It's clear from the trackers and the badges that Respawn do plan to bring arenas back after season 25, but as a permanent mode, we're still unsure, we'll have to see. Although, as well as bringing back the arena win badges, they also brought back the rarest and hardest ever badge to achieve in Apex, which is the arena's 100 win streak badge. Yes, this is back in the game, and somebody over on Twitter actually achieved it. Shockles managed to get 100 wins in a row in arenas, allowing him to get this really rare badge. If you're not aware, the arena's win streak badge usually has a number on it showing your highest win streak, but once you hit 100, it just turns into Ash's face, making it very distinguishable. I've only ever seen about 2 of these in my 2,800 hours in Apex. So yes, it would seem this is achievable now again, and honestly, if you're a really good player, maybe this would be possible for you in the 1v1 arenas mode when that rolls around in the second half of season 25, or maybe if you've got a really good squad, now would be the best time to go for it. But do be aware, this badge is literally so rare, when the first person was about to achieve it, Respawn devs were literally watching them live to see if they'll get it. That's how rare this badge is. So for arenas on a whole, I think Respawn are definitely experimenting to see if it's going to be worth bringing back. And I think the only way they could successfully bring it back is by constantly maintaining and updating it. Otherwise, I would say, Respawn, don't waste your time. Arenas only died because you didn't care, so if you want to bring it back, give it some care, love, and some fun LTMs, and I think people will enjoy having it around. But subscribe to keep updated with what happens to arenas.